Hi friends, it's Miss Kat from the Wood County District Public Library. How are you doing? I have a really fun story today, and it's a pop-up story. Look at all those cool folded up pages ready for us. This book is called Big Frog Can't Fit In. This book is by Willems. He is also the author-illustrator of the Elephant and Piggy books and of Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus and the other pigeon books. So if you love Willems, you're sure to love this funny book as well. I would also like to thank Disney Hyperion for permission to use this book. After we read this together, you will have a chance to make your own pop-up at home. I will show you how to do a pop-up face. You can make it a frog or anything else you'd like. It could be a monster. So many options and very easy. So you'll be able to do this pop-up at the end of my video. I also have a really cool craft that's really a game that you'll get to play once you make it. And the main thing you'll need is something we all have at home, a toilet paper tube. Now, if you don't have one yet, don't take the toilet paper off Mom and Dad's toilet paper roll, okay? Just wait for another one to be ready, okay? Let them know that you want one, then find this video again and watch all the cool things you can do with this. All right, so let's get started. Big Frog Can't Fit In. Look at all those little tiny frogs. We're going to see some of those really soon at the parks. They're tadpoles right now, or will be very soon. But then, once they get legs, they'll be hopping all around on the ground. Poor Big Frog. Oh, she can't fit in this book. Her legs down here, her arms up there. Big Frog, I know how you feel. That's how I feel trying to take a video of me reading. Poor Big Frog. Oh, how does she feel? Sad and grumpy. If only she were smaller. Like this. Then she might fit. Then she would be happy. Or she thinks, or maybe if I was more bendable. Wow, now she fits too. She squishes right up. But Big Frog can't stand that she is not bendable enough. She is not small enough. She can't stand it. She's so sad. She is so big. She can't even fit in her own book. But her friends have an idea. Where are those friends of hers? Here's a tab. Let's see if her friends are here. Oh no, that's not her frog friends. That's the pigeon. You knew I would pop up here somewhere. Thanks, pigeon, but we're looking for her little froggy friends. Ooh, here's a tab. Let's try this one. There they are. They all have an idea. Get some help. Lots of help. Lots of it. I wonder what they are up to. And make a bigger book. Yay, friends! Look what they have done. They have added pages. See him there with the hard hat? They've added pages to make her book better. They're even cleaning up. They're such good friends. Yay! Yay, friends! Thanks for helping, Big Frog. My frog that we're about to do, she fits. But you can make her big or little, depending on how you make your cuts. All right, let's move over to my craft area here. I've got scissors and tape and glue. You're going to need a piece of paper for the front and a piece of paper for the back. If you want to make a ton, you'll also need another little thin strip of paper. You will need some scissors, and if you want to decorate it with eyes or words, then you will need a marker. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to fold your paper in half. And actually, to do my card, I folded my paper in half this way. That's how I had a long card. But just for fun, I would like to try this way now with you. So we're going to fold our paper in half. You're going to make a cut on the folded edge through both sides. The bigger your cut, the bigger your mouth. So I cut just a little bit, just to like here. So I had a really small face. But I'm going to try to do a bigger one with you now. Then you're going to open it up. And, oh, wait, nope, I skipped something. You need to do some folding. So close it back up where you have your snip. You're going to fold it back like that. Okay? And fold it back like that. You're going to want to make it really big, as if you're fitting the side of a square in there, okay? Okay, now you're going to bend them back, open it up. Now, you can see that we have our mouth. The only thing left now is to fold, and this is the tricky part, so you might need someone to help you, but you're going to try to fold this to come in on both sides like this. So that if you were going to close your card, it would close like that. It's the only tricky thing about what we're doing, is trying to get it to fold differently. Pop-up books are all about manipulating paper. There are some really cool videos online you can watch if you want to see more complex things for making pop-up books. There we go. There, we're halfway done. Now we just have to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to try to pop it into our card. Fold the opposite way so that it closes. That one was easier. Sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's hard. Now we have our frog mouth, or our monster mouth, or our bird beak. You can make this whatever you want. Now, this froggy also has some eyes. If you would like to give your frog eyes, close her back up. You'll have to pay attention to where the inside mouth is, because you can't make it any bigger than that. You want to keep it smaller. And you're going to make two little cuts, just like that. See? And there's one on this side and there's one on this side. Okay? Those are going to be the eyes. We're going to open them back up. we're gonna do the same thing we did with the mouth. We're gonna try to pop that up like that. Make some new folds. So there we go, there's an eye. See the difference? This was after making the snips. This is after we pop it up and refold it so that it closes the way we want it to. Again, pop-ups are all about manipulating paper. There we go. And now I have a frog. I think this frog came out a lot better than my first try. He's very goofy looking, but he's very little. It's hard to see him. I like this guy. You can see him really well. So if you don't like your first one, just try it again. You might like it better. The other paper will get glued to the back. And you want to make sure that you do it so that they both fold together. And you don't want to make it too wet. So if you have liquid glue, be really careful. You might want to spread it out with your finger or a paintbrush so that you don't get it too wet. If you have, whoops, and if you're reusing paper like me, check it before you glue it. There we go. That looks better. If you have a glue stick, that might work better. You'll want to glue parts of it down at a time so that they fold together really well. If you glue it weird, your frog won't fit in your book either. So I'm going to start by just gluing it right there in the corner so that it matches up really well. There you go. Double check it works. Oh, good. Now we can finish gluing it down without being as worried. There we go. I'm still gonna fold it to press. Make sure it's nice and smooth. Ta-da! Whoops! You might have to fix an eye after all that. There we go. If you would like to make a curly ton, you're going to need one last tool, something really thin, like this teeny tiny paintbrush, or a straw could work, or a really thin stick from your backyard. And you're gonna wrap that paper around the whatever thin item you're using, and then you have a ton. I think this time, instead of putting it in the middle, because then it kind of gets in the way of his face, I think I'm going to glue mine on the side of his mouth. Let's see how that looks. So don't worry about trying different things. See what you like. That's kind of fun. Now he looks like he's really wrapping it right into his mouth, whatever fly he caught. That's cool. I like that. All right, that is our fold up, pop out frog book. Just like, just like Mo Willems, only a little simpler. Big frog can't fit in. If you enjoyed that frog book, there are other frog books online. There are ebooks and digital audiobooks you can get with your library card. I especially like Frog and Toad Are Friends. That's a fun series. Frog and Toad. We didn't really talk much about toads, did we? This craft you can make as either a toad or a frog. If you would like to get some paints out, you can make a frog, and he does look really cute. He's got all this green on him, and a red mouth, and googly eyes. But what if you don't have paint at home? Or what if you're still learning how to craft and you're not ready to paint this game? Well, then take your toilet paper tube, make it a toad. Toads are brown, just like your toilet paper tube. They're kind of bumpy, so you can give it some texture with a marker. That's a lot easier than paint, especially if you can only use what you have at home. To make this game, you will need to squish one end of your tube like that. I chose to staple it. That was easy and fast, and I had a stapler at home. But again, use what you have. Maybe you need to glue. Maybe you need to tape it. Use what you have. The other fun part about this game is the bug. This is what you're going to be catching. Let's see if I can do it on camera. It's going to be a little hard. We're going to try. There we go. The shorter the string, the easier it is to catch. So, as you can see, when I did my string here, I put it through the tube and it's running down the corner right next to that staple. It's not secured. I didn't tie it or glue it or anything. I can pull it to make the string longer. This would make the game harder. So start off with a shorter string until you get to practicing catching your fly, then make it longer if you need a challenge. What if you're not very good at cutting with scissors yet? What if it's going to be hard for you to cut out a fly like this? Or what if you don't have any more cardboard besides your toilet paper tube? What else could you use? Look around your house. Maybe you have a plastic bottle cap that you could tape to your string. Maybe you have a pop tab. And a pop tab, I'd like to show you a quick trick for tying a pop tab if you need this for your fly. Here's my string. I have folded it in half. See that loop there? You're going to put the loop through your pop tab like that. Then you're gonna open that loop up with your fingers like that. And you're going to pull the ends of the string through it like that. Now you have a really nice, secure fly on a ton for your tube. And maybe this one can't change from short to long like my other ones. Maybe I just have to tape this in. That's okay too. Use what you have at home. If you don't have Google Eyes, all the more fun you can have. You can make it really big, your eye, like that. Or you can make it like it's angry because it's having trouble catching the fly. You can give your toad whatever eyes you want. It could even be winking. It could be sleeping. Could do whatever you want. Now we have another one to try. This one will be a little harder. See how much longer that string is than the other one I did? Let's see. Yep, definitely harder. I'll let you practice at home. The nice thing about this kind is that this is a little heavier. It's a little weighted, and I think that'll make it easier for you than the cardboard fly, which kind of flops around. So play around with what you have at home. Make a toad or a frog. Use what you have at home. If you do have paint and would like to make this frog, I started with a darker green and I used a foam brush. That helped get the paint on there without leaving too many streaks and seeing the cardboard through the paint. Once it was dry, I used the same foam brush to do red on the inside. I didn't get all the way down there, just far enough. And then I used a brush that had a tip like this and a lighter green to make these make these circles and give the frog its texture. So I hope you had as much fun as I did. It's really good to know how to make your own toys at home. I once visited some kids in another country. Here's our country, the United States. This little heart, that's where we live in Bowling Green, Ohio. This is our country. It's very big. I once traveled out of our country all the way down to this little island, to the half of the island that is the country known as Haiti. When I went to see kids in Haiti, they didn't have a lot of toys. They couldn't just go to the store and buy something plastic or wood that made sounds or noise. They had to make things with what they had. And this is a toy that one of the kids there made. Can you guess what this bended thing is? They used a straw from a sucker. One of those little white cardboard sucker straws. And they bent it, and they used this very strong plastic string that they had. These are just things they found on the ground where they lived. And they made this bow. And when they picked up a stick from the ground and shot it with their bow, it went really, really far. Really, really far. I was very impressed. That's why the kid gave it to me. Wasn't that sweet of him that he gave me the little toy, because I thought it was so cool that he had made that out of things around his house. So when you go hunting for things today to make your toad or frog, look for things around your house and think what else you might want to make with them too. Maybe you want to make something entirely different, but you can make your own toys right at home with the things you have.